Wait, calm down.
Relax! Relax!
Before you start writing or implementing your goals for 2026, I want you to watch this. Most of us rush into a new year trying to fix ourselves, set goals, and do more. But we rarely stop to acknowledge what already worked, what carried us, or what we survived. You begin new year, new me, locking in, which is beautiful, by the way. But for most people, it ends on WhatsApp message or WhatsApp status or even iMessaging to friends. Up and Grateful ends on first slides of the status and fades after 24 hours. But what if I told you that there is a simple thing that you can do that lasts forever? Something that doesn't cost you money, because I know you care about that, but will completely change your life in 2026, and it will change how you're going to experience your year. Since 2024, I started hearing about something called a gratitude jar. I did not take it seriously at first, plus I couldn't find a befitting jar. But in 2025, I intentionally started one using something that I found randomly in my room. And I can confidently say that what I started randomly is one of the best habits and one of the beautiful things that happened in my life last year. So if you are wondering how to reset your mind for 2026, this video is for you, because I'm going to be holding your hands and showing you how to make one for yourself. A gratitude jar is exactly what it sounds like. It is a jar where you drop notes about your life, not just about the big or small wins. If you search online, this is what a typical jar looks like. But let me show you mine. I have this, I have this, and I also have this, which we're going to be looking more into by the end of this video or in the middle of this video. So if you look at this container or this jar, this is Nutella, this is for coffee, and then this is a mayonnaise container, right? I mean, it affected me in 2024. I was looking for a very beautiful jar, aesthetically pleasing jar, but who cares as long as it achieves its goal? So if I can do it, you can too. It contains small wins, big wins, quiet victories that nobody even knows about, efforts, your progress, your answered prayers, and even moments that did not look impressive at the time but mattered later. Some notes are about outcomes, others are just about showing up on days that you did not feel strong. You see, anything that reminds you that you showed up, that something worked out, or that grace carried you through should go into that jar. All of it counts. I have tried gratitude journaling before, and while it works for many people, it just didn't really work out for me like that. The gratitude jar felt more visual and more playful. I mean, it is aesthetic. Even with my container not looking probably girly or not just looking at the colored notes itself. You know, there's just this aesthetically pleasing, playful vibe that it has to it. And it also gives you a dopamine boost, because each time I want to write it, I'm so excited. Okay, what color of my notes am I picking out today? How am I going to write? Am I using pink? Am I using green? Am I using yellow paper? I mean, it just adds to it boosts up your dopamine. So dropping a note into the jar feels like sealing a moment instead of just writing it down and moving on. It also feels less demanding. You do not need to sit down and write tons of pages. One sentence is enough. Somebody said my smile was really beautiful today. Just writing that is enough. Sometimes a few words can also work. And over time, that jar becomes evidence. Seeing physical evidence of your life just hits differently. I don't know if you can get it, but you will get it real soon. There were days in 2025 when I felt sad, I felt unmotivated or not convinced or that anything good happened or was happening in my life. But on those days, what I did was to open my gratitude jar, and reading notes from random days or past days reminded me that my mind is not always the most accurate narrator of my life. It is easy to believe that nothing positive happened in a year, especially when you are tired or overwhelmed. This jar right here does not lie. It reminded me of efforts that I forgot, prayers that I saw answered, moments of courage that I downplayed, and the consistent grace of God in my life. On days I questioned myself, it reminded me that I was never walking alone. start on January 1st and end on December 31st. I know I'm recording this video on the 3rd of January, and before you see it, it probably will be 4th, 5th, or 6th of January. But I mean, life happens. Sometimes you don't even need to write it exactly when it is happening. You can start or write something in and put into your gratitude jar days after it happened. But you must keep track whether in your mind or in your brain or write it somewhere on your note or something. And then you can now properly write it in your sticky notes and then put it into your jar. Choose a jar you actually like seeing or just any container. I mean, this is a coffee container, by the way. So use any container that you find around. It could even be probably malt can or just a can because it helps you prevent procrastination. Use small pieces of paper or sticky notes if you have. I'm going to put a picture of what a sticky note looks like right here so that you can use that as an example in case you don't know what sticky notes are. Do not overthink what you write on that paper. Please do not overthink it. Because if you do, you may never write it down. I've spoken to friends that said, I watched the sunrise today and it was beautiful. And that was their gratitude jar note for the day. Or just coming back to your jar after a very long time. Probably you left your baby for like months. And then you're just grateful to God that you could come back to that jar even after a long time. That can be what you will put in there. For the first day of January, if nothing spectacular happens or nothing that you want to write home about, you can just say, I'm starting my gratitude jar today and I'm grateful for it. Write dates and timestamps if you can, and if you forget sometimes, it's okay. You can write the date 31st of December or January 2nd. What time are you writing it? 2 p.m. And even though you don't want to put time, date is enough and it works as well. And on some days, you're going to write a lot. Some weeks, you might even write nothing. That is okay. I mean, that's okay. My gratitude jar, you can't tell me that this is all 365 days. Exactly. Right. So it's okay if you don't even write something on any day. Here's why I think everyone should try this in 2026. Life moves fast. We forget easily. We move on before we even process growth. But this jar, it slows you down just enough to notice that something good happened, even in hard times and hard seasons. It helps when you feel unaccomplished. It helps when your energy is low. It helps when you feel disconnected from purpose or gratitude. And at the end of the year, you are left with a physical reminder that you lived, you tried, and you were carried. So go find that jar today and start writing those things in your notes or on your paper and put them into the jar. Unintentionally, right? I started this one counts for beginning of the year. Um, I think this one is for the end of the year, while this one is for the middle of the year. I'm not so sure. Drum rolls! Okay, look at my notes in the colors. Oh my god. Note it says April 18. I met with somebody, I'm not mentioning the name. He's my mentor from so. Made me do a whole rethink of my AI ML career journey that made sense. So this was, I think at the time I was thinking of my career because I was in my final year. By the way, I finished my undergrad studies December last year. I'm a grad. I'm only waiting for the ceremony. So yeah, that reminded me of when I didn't have a lot of clarity, but now I do have clarity. God is really good. Why would I know if I did not write these things down? So I want to pick color green. This one says March 12th. I was surprised by the ALUCF worship team. Surprise was championed by a friend. They brought cake, drinks, sang for me, presented a slide with prayers, what they love about me, etc. I am so touched. Oh my God. Last year, I didn't really celebrate my birthday for myself like the way I wanted to. I was going through a really rough period at the time. So I didn't really post. I did not post. I did not do anything about my birthday, but these people, they remembered and they celebrated me.
Really overwhelming. Wow, that was so powerful.
Before you chase what is next, take a moment to honor what already carried you. If you are watching this at the start of 2026, let this be your sign to start a gratitude jar. Not because life will be perfect, but because you deserve to remember the moments that matter. See the way my energy has come down right now. Woo! It's coming back. But you could tell that those moments, remembering those moments, like just genuinely made me feel good and made me feel better. And if you already keep one, tell me how it has helped you. So if you found this video helpful, subscribe. Why haven't you subscribed? Because more videos like this are coming. So subscribe. Subscribe. Feel free to like, share, or comment, and be prepared to see more of me on your screen this year. Clock it. I hope 2026 is gentle and meaningful to you. See you in my next video. Bye.